The rainwater dripped through the broken roof of the tiny house. In one corner of the room, 16-year-old Arif sat beside his sick mother, watching her struggle to breathe. Her cough grew worse every day, but they didn't even have enough money to buy medicine. Outside, the world was moving fast, but inside that small house, life felt frozen. Arif's father had abandoned them years ago and married someone else. Before leaving, he had coldly said, "I can't carry your burden anymore." That day, Arif cried endlessly. He thought someone would come to help them, but slowly he realized a painful truth. In this world, poor people's pain is often ignored. Every morning, Arif carried a large sack on his shoulder and went out collecting garbage. People looked at him with disgust. Some children laughed at him. "Look, the trash boy is here. This is all he'll ever do in life." Every insult pierced his heart. But whenever he remembered his mother's medicine, he silently endured it all. One scorching afternoon, after walking for hours, he earned only 70 rupees. Happy and hopeful, he rushed to the medical store. But the medicine cost 120 rupees. With trembling hands, he said softly, "Brother, please give it to me. I'll pay the rest tomorrow. My mother is very sick." The shopkeeper looked at him coldly and replied, "Bring the money first, then you'll get the medicine." Tears filled Arif's eyes. He returned home empty-handed. When he entered the room, his mother was breathing heavily. Still, she smiled weakly and whispered, "Don't worry, son. Allah will make everything better." That night, Arif couldn't sleep. For the first time in his life, he spoke to himself. "If I want to save my mother, I can't stay weak anymore." The next day, he started doing 2 jobs. In the morning, he collected garbage. At night, he washed dishes at a small hotel. His hands developed painful blisters. Sometimes exhaustion made him collapse on the road, but he never gave up. The hotel owner often shouted at him, "Work faster! Nobody pays you to cry here." Arif stayed silent, because poverty had already stolen his voice. One night after work, he found an old newspaper lying outside the hotel. Inside it was the story of a famous IAS officer who had once been extremely poor. Arif kept staring at that story for a long time. For the first time, hope lit up inside his eyes. "If he can do it, why can't I?" he whispered. From that day on, after finishing work, Arif studied under a streetlight every night. People mocked him. "A garbage collector wants to become an officer?" People like him are born to stay poor. But Arif had changed. Their words no longer hurt him. Days turned into months. Months turned into years. Hard work in the day, study at night, and caring for his sick mother in between. Sometimes he slept hungry. Sometimes he fell asleep over his books. But he never let his dream die. One day, his mother's condition suddenly became critical. The doctor said, "If treatment doesn't start immediately, saving her will be difficult." Arif shattered inside. That night, he sat outside a mosque crying silently. An elderly man noticed him and sat beside him. "Son," the old man said gently, "life only tests those who are strong enough to achieve something great." The man helped him arrange treatment for his mother. That day changed everything. Arif began working even harder than before. Years later, the day finally arrived. The IAS exam results were announced. With trembling hands, Arif searched for his roll number, and the moment he found it, tears streamed down his face. He had passed. The same boy people once called Trash Boy had become an IAS officer. The entire neighborhood gathered outside his house. The same people who once insulted him now wanted photos with him. Arif walked to his mother. Her eyes were filled with tears. With shaking hands, she touched his face and said, "I always knew my son would become a great man one day." Arif broke down crying. He remembered every painful moment, the nights without food, the insults,